Hello and welcome to Critic Builds. We're back with another episode of Satisfactory, and we are diving headfirst here into Tier 3. I've gone ahead and selected Enhanced Asset Security, mostly because, well, it gives us this better melee weapon, but it also is going to give us a hand slot and some inventory slots. So with that selected, I've gone ahead and collected the resources. This stuff's pretty easy. We've been making these reinforced iron plates, so I've got just enough to get this going.
Milestone reached. The Xeno Basher is a direct upgrade from the Xeno Zapper. In the words of the engineer that first developed this tool, quote, "The Zapper kind of electrocutes things, the Basher straight up smacks stuff, while also electrocuting them," unquote. It is beneficial during encounters with aggressive fauna and has been tested thoroughly. The engineer's noble sacrifice for Xeno research will not be forgotten, whoever they were.
All right then. So as you can see from last episode, we have taken the reinforced iron plate assembler that we've got here, and we're now moving into a modular frames. I am just manually feeding some of the stuff into this to keep it going. But we're going to need a lot of these modular frames to get through the different milestones that we have in front of us. So I thought it made sense to go ahead and just get that fired up. And it doesn't use up all of the reinforced, what do you call them, reinforced iron plates, but it uses quite a few of them. And you can see here I've kept making some smart plating behind the scenes just because we are going to need 1,000. I figured we've got the power, we might as well keep it running. We've got 50 of them in our inventory already here. However, I'm not going to have the reinforced iron plates to really keep that moving forward in the long term. We're going to keep the rotors going though, and we're going to find our next big research here. I really think coal power needs to be my next focus, because this is what is going to allow us to set up power infrastructure that's going to run without our interaction. And I really want to get that going, so we're going to go ahead and set that up. I've got the cable and the rotors for it, but we're going to need some more reinforced iron plates. And then here you can see these are the modular frames I was talking about. We're going to need for both of these other setups, so we're going to just let that go. And I don't want to get into having to make the reinforced iron plates manually. We certainly could make up a bunch of those, but we're gonna just take a step back and let this factory run for a little bit. And what I'd like to do is figure out where we have coal, and I haven't found any coal yet, so I can't scan for it. And actually that's probably not even true. I can't scan for it until we pick up the research, so maybe it makes sense to wait for the research to go try and find some. So with that, maybe it does make sense to shut this down, and we'll convert it over into making more of these reinforced iron plates, because we're going to need a lot of these reinforced iron plates to get through this tier of research. And these are Mark II belts as well. So this is going to require plates and screws. And I think that while we have a nice setup over here that's making us lots of different items, that we could probably benefit from 20. This is doing good. Something that's going to use up some of these plates. Our plates are stacked up and backed up now, and that's no good. We certainly don't want things just backed up and not doing anything. Oh, that's actually not full yet, but it's going to get full sooner than later. And rather than just putting an awesome sink in front of this, I thought that it would make sense for us to start using those plates to craft reinforced iron plates. So I'm going to go ahead and empty this guy out. We're going to take it down momentarily and bring it over here. I'm going to see if I can make some room to put it down right here in front of this. What's in here? This is our wires. We're gonna get rid of this storage box now. It was useful while we had it, but we're gonna start paring down some of the spaghetti here. And then I'm just gonna grab some foundations. Let's see here. Get an assembler out here. And then we'll just bring the plates right on in here. And then I just need screws, which unfortunately I don't have a lot of excess production of. We're using all of the screws I've got between these two things to keep the rotors going. I think I'm only feeding 90 a minute into this side of things right now. And then this side is getting 50 a minute, which I require 60 minutes. So yeah, we're definitely coming up short on our screw production, which means we finally probably just need to break down and bust out another miner here, and that can start cranking out the screws for us. We just don't have a lot of room in here. This is the problem with the area that I've chosen to set up my starting base. While I've got a lot of resources, I don't have a lot of room. So give me a second. I'm going to hit the pause on the recording while I think about where I want to set up some more screw manufacturing. Alright, so after a quick look around, it looks like I've got some capacity over here to actually get some more screws. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this conveyor belt down for a second, and we're going to continue with our spaghetti and create another constructor right here. Let's just flip that around. Oh, of course, I'm short a reinforced iron plate. Why wouldn't I be? Where can I pick those up? Over here. My goodness, it's always something. All right, let's try that again. And we'll get a constructor right here. And then what I want to do is I'm splitting this right now two ways. I'd prefer if I could split this three ways. So what I'm going to do, we're going to completely tear down all of this to make it a little bit easier on myself. I'm going to put the smelter kind of a dead center here. I need to make sure I'm leaving enough room for the splitter. And then I can bring the ore into there. And then I can bring the splitter right here. Perfect. This is going to be iron ingots. Helps if I hook it up, and I suppose everything's going to need some power again. Let me see how this is going to work. That's got power now, and this has got power now. This is going to be my alternate screw recipe. Alternate screws. Good deal. Now we're cooking. I'll get rid of this tiny bit of ore. I can put these in here though. I guess I could probably have just stuck these straight into one of these. There we are. And now what we can do is I'm going to bring out a merger. And we're going to send all of the stuff this way. So each of these is bringing out 50 per minute, so I can use level 1 belts until they're combined. And then this is also a merger, what I need to do is merge the materials coming from both of these lines. Into one belt, and then I'm going to immediately split this again. So let me see, this feeds into there, this feeds into there. This needs to be a Mark II belt that feeds into here. We're going to accept a little bit of clipping for a moment. And then out of there, I'm going to split it. And I just want to make sure I've got enough room here. This needs to be a Mark II. This probably does too, just to be safe. And then if I could get over all of this machinery that we've got in the way, I'll be able to make sure that I've got not only screws going into this one, but I need the screws to get over to the other one here as well. And so we're going to do that by doing this. Of course, I don't have enough. I'm going to take this down to a tier 1 because I only need 60 per minute in this anyway. Yeah, I don't think I've got enough screws being produced to really keep both of these machines going. However, this should, in theory, give us enough to at least start making the plates and the rotors. So we are going to need quite a few more of these rotors as well. I like it. I like it a lot. And we'll just check this. Yep, we're going strong here. I think what I'm going to do, because I know I've only got 120 coming in total, is I'm going to downgrade this to a Mark I belt from a Mark II belt. And what that's going to do is make sure that I'm only ever taking 60 on this side, which should leave a full 60 on that side if I've gotten to 120, which I don't think I have. I think I'm only putting out 100 per minute between these two. But that's okay. We're in a much better spot than we were before. And yeah, this is looking a lot better. With production moving forward, we might as well jump in here and dump some of our materials off at least. Clean up the old inventory a little bit. I like it. And then I just need to get to 150. It seems like a lot of these reinforced iron plates. Let's see what we've got in here. We'll drop off some of our biomass. We're a little bit stacked up. I've got plenty of solid biofuel, and the entire power factory is running quite efficiently, although we're getting real close to the top end here of our production capabilities. We can always fire up the 2 smaller burners on the back of the hub here if we need to. And let's go ahead and just check on the MAM. I don't have any hard drives. We don't have any of these materials yet. I need to go out and get some more of this biomatter in order to create some of that. I don't remember how to make these alien DNA capsules yet either. I'm going to hold off on creating any of the power shards until we get the stuff to start duplicating our slugs, since there's a finite amount of them. But sulfur, I did pick up some sulfur when I was out moving about here before. So we can go ahead and drop that in for some research.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Well, there you have it. All right, well, let's check and see how we're doing here. More modular frames is always good. This is idle because I'm running out of rods, so we'll drop a few in there. We're going to get to a point where we're just not able to keep up with this. I'm not creating enough rods right now, I don't think either. I'm going to steal those out of there while I'm thinking about it. We're not that close to getting our reinforced iron plates made for the next level. So I think what we need to do is find something else to do with our time, since I'm only at 35 here. Maybe go out for just a little bit of an adventure. Now, previously, before 1.0, there was a set of coal nodes that was right around the hill here, and I have already gone over there and checked at one point, and there was nothing there. And so they've taken my preferred coal node out, which is unfortunate, but that just means that we're going to have to do a little bit more exploring and find a new destination. Now there's a beach a little ways down here. We can get down towards the water, and in the past I'm pretty sure that has had some coal, because that's always where I do my steel setups. So I think what I'm planning to do is kind of run down this way, see if we find any slugs, Mercer spheres, or new materials like this sulfur that I need some more of to complete the research. And we'll just, we'll do that for a few minutes while we're waiting on these supplies. Take a break from manually crafting everything. Here's some quartz. This will be a new resource.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
I feel like I'm probably going to get wrecked by some hogs pretty soon. There's usually a hog nest or something running around over here. And this is Caterium.
Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the periodic table, such as high conductivity and malleability. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Got one of these spitter guy things here. I don't think I can melee these effectively. I should have built the bigger sword is what I should have done. Oh, I got him. Well, there you go. That's a new set of remains.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
I'm pretty sure I was supposed to have to blow these rocks up to get to that slug, but, you know, if the devs can't place them in the right way for that to happen, not my fault. Ooh, there's some coal. This just won't break. What's going on? There we go. That was a big node, 100 coal. Alright, well, it's turning out to be a somewhat successful adventure here. This is where I think the coal node used to be. So the fact that there's nothing here now is unfortunate. Ooh, what is that up there? I want to go check that out. We're going to try and dodge this hog. Let him run up the hill there. Oops. Here behind me. I guess we do need some more of their matter. There we go. Alright, I think this is one of those things that I could build my way up there, but there's also like a jumping puzzle approach to most of these places where I can climb my way up the side, doing it old school style if I don't feel like, whoops, building lots of obnoxious scaffolding. There we go. I really gotta find the research for like the parachute and stuff. This is the part where I miss the jump and I die, I'm betting. Sprint jump. Ooh, that was close. This was not as effective as I'd hoped. I don't think I can make that jump. Let's see what I've got in here. Stackable conveyor poles. Of course, I'm missing iron rods. What else has... everything takes iron rods. Oh no. Alright, we can't do it with that. I'm just going to go back the other way, see if there was another spot. Nope. Okay, we're going to take some chances. Let me see. What do I got in my inventory? A slug? Oh, that's a big jump, folks. Oh, I did it. And woo! Oh no! We missed it. Ouch. Alright, I'm gonna give this one more try. I hate jumping puzzles. Nope. Missed that one. Oh no! Alright, I've come to realize that my mouse cord is stuck on my Stream Deck. And every time I try to turn to the right, the cord is getting stuck on something. So I apologize for the jerky camera here as I try to resolve my technical difficulties. We're going to try one final time because it looks like this is something somewhat unique. It doesn't look like a Mercer sphere or a slug. I think it's one of those new things, which I haven't seen yet. Now, I bet trying to jump there and getting bounced off, I think I need to try and jump a little bit straighter and hit that low spot. So we're gonna try that. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. This is stressful because I don't want to mess up. All right. I don't know about this slope. I feel like if I can get past it though. All right. I can't see anything. Pick up the leaves. There we are. Okay. Oh, it is right there, too. I just gotta figure out how to get up on this last spot. I don't want to fall off. I don't want to fall off. There we go. What is a summer slope?
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
Fun facts. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, at least I bounced off a few things on the way down. Well, now I'm super curious, so we're going to take this back to the MAM and do a little bit of research. Oh, we got multiple of these things here. Let's see. Ooh. Come on, I feel like I've hit these guys enough times to die. Oh, I didn't. There we are. We need all the random parts we can get for research at this point. All right, back to the base. We'll see you there. We are back at the base, and I'm going to go ahead and drop... let's see. Oh, I did get enough of the coal to do that, but that's not what I'm trying to do. We're going to drop the quartz in here real quick. Save the sloop for the second wave here. There's that. Oh, we're going to need a bunch more quartz.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
Awesome. Let's do Caterium next.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO Katerina Parks. It has been added as a viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
And then we'll do one of these summer sloops.
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
Similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
Alrighty then. Well, let's start up one of these.
The remains researched belong to an organism that tends to nest near objects emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances. Spitter remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Ooh, I can now make these alien DNA capsules, but I'm not sure which I need more. Whether it was the, alien DNA capsules. Oh, I need some of those nut things to make the inhaler. Ooh, inflated pocket dimension. I could take 6 more inventory slots. We might do that first. That looks easy, and it just requires some more cable, which I should have plenty of if we run over here. Boom. There we go. I'll always take some upgrades. Whoops, wrong button.
Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon, analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fixit.
We're doing our part. I see. Well then, we've unlocked quite a few new things. I'm just double checking that there weren't any major new buildings or anything that we'd uncovered. And here, what we really need is these reinforced iron plates still. I guess we've been making them, in theory. Let's go see how well we've been doing over here. 86, would you look at that? That's actually not bad. Not bad at all. Lots of rotors getting made as well, 61. Yeah, we're doing good with this, folks. So let me just run over to the other corner here and see how many of these reinforced iron plates I might have left here. 16 of them made. That's not bad at all. That's going to be more than enough for us to progress to coal power and start scanning for coal, which is going to be our next major tackling, is getting our coal power set up so that we can run a factory.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Super helpful. All right, I'm just gathering a handful of materials. I'm gonna dump some of the more advanced building materials into here that we're not gonna use immediately. Definitely those. And let me just see here. I guess I don't need any of this stuff in the field. That should work out pretty good. I still just do the biomass wood by hand because it goes so quick. We're just gonna do that and dump it off in the chest on our way out to do some adventuring. I did pick the vehicular transport for the next research, mostly because I want to be able to get one of those little truck things that we can drive around and use that for future adventure. It's a little bit faster, and I'm realizing we might want to pick up some iron rods here somewhere before we take off, mostly because if I do need to build a couple of things while we're out and about, it would come in quite handy. So in order to do that, we're going to need to come in here and snag a stack. There we go. Trying to run against the grain on a Mark II belt is not a great path to success. And we're going to keep heading out for some of our adventure here. Now, I guess I'm going to switch this into my active items and see if we can find any more of these. How do I... Oh, there we go. I can actually look for summer sloops, which is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the background static noise while it's searching, though. So maybe we will not leave this going. Oh, it's finding a slug over here. Yeah, I don't need any additional slugs right now, so I'm going to turn that off. And every once in a while, I will just check to see, whoops, if I've found any summer sloops in the area. I always forget that I can't just run out this way towards where I want to go. I've got to kind of come down the hill here first towards the road. Nothing in the area. I don't think there's a lot of those summer sloops on the map, but it would sure be nice to get at least one more of them, because I think that's what's going to allow me to double up on my slug production in the constructor. Oh, and we forgot to build the upgraded sword again. We really need to get that done. I think it does significantly more damage. Ooh, this thing's got horns and everything. That doesn't look like a good day. Oh, this is definitely not a good day. He is fast. Look at how fast he is. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with this weapon. Come back, come back. Not that close. Alright, running away. Jump over the rock. Maybe he'll run into the rock instead of me. Alright, back to base to get a better weapon. So we're here at the base. I'm going to need 2 of these Xeno Zappers. So I'm going to make 1 more because we've already got 1. And I'm going to go ahead and, oops, unequip the one that I've got. And then I also need 5 of these modular frames, which I had some of them sitting here ready to go for just such an occasion. Perfect. This should be a much better weapon for us. Although I love how it doesn't tell me like anything about it, like how much damage it does and stuff. It would be nice to compare the stats, but I'm not going to complain about having ourselves a lightsaber, essentially. Let me offload these leaves while I'm just thinking about it. And yeah, there's nothing else to build in here. We are now better equipped. Check the MAM again real quick. I'm looking for just lots of that alien biomatter. All right, off we go again. Oh, actually, we got 30 seconds until the pod comes back. I suppose I can kick off the next one here before we take off. So let me get the modular frames, the rotors. I got not enough cable, but we'll grab some cable and some plates. Perfect. Perfect timing.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
Oh, right. Well, it looks like we've got a whole bunch of new stuff with the coal research, including these water extractors, our coal power, and then we've got all of the pipeline stuff, which requires this other type of copper. I've got a bit of it from looting. We've never actually made the copper sheet before. It's not that it's particularly hard to make. We'll take some with us. We'll take some rotors, and we're going to grab a few more of these reinforced iron plates, and that's just going to hopefully let us craft some of the coal power if we do run across some coal out there. I'm going to select this milestone while we're here. And in addition to the coal generator and the water extractor, we're going to need a miner to mine the coal. So I'm going to need that portable miner to come with me. All right, let me grab some plates real quick, and we'll keep going on our path to discover coal. All right, let's see if I can make my way over here. Maybe we can take this guy out this time, but I'm not overly helpful. Hopeful. That hurt. I've got a longer reach, I think, but I'm still having a hard time making contact. Oh, I got him. That gave me 3 hog remains. That's pretty good. All right, so before I get too far, we were looking for... Oh, I've got all these resources in here now. We're looking for coal, which I think is going to be down here somewhere. Yeah, right down this way. Oh, and there's some more over there. This is only 280. Oh, that stuff's really far away. All right, let's keep going towards the stuff that's only 280 away. Something's angry somewhere. Oh, there he is. Don't mind if I do. That was a lot easier. Just stand on top of a rock and kill them all in the future. All right, something's mad at me. Let's see whatever's mad at me. My coal node has disappeared. Oh, there's two over there, and there's two over here. Okay, I see those two. That's, good. Let me see what's over here. There used to be some iron somewhere over here. Okay, so there's two more. How good are these nodes? These are normal. That's pretty good. I should be able to make a pretty decent power factory out of these. Let me see. There used to be some iron around here. The iron is over there. So I think what I used to do is use the two over there for making steel. I just want to see if I can find it. So the iron is right up on the top of this hill here, I think. So we might still do that. We might set this up so that we can make steel. Got two more normals here. Oop. Where'd they go? Like there's more than two. There we go. Alright, we're getting better. This sword is certainly more effective than that little poker thing was. Alright, well, with all this... Ooh, what is this? Bacon.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Alright, fair enough. I'm clearing some of this out right now. Because I'm trying to figure out where... Sorry, this thing is loud. Where to put our power. We've got a little bit of water here that I think I could use to fuel the coal power. And so my idea is I'll build a platform here.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Anyway, like I was saying is I think I'm going to build some platforms here and put our initial coal power right here. I'm not going to stress too much about making it perfect. I think all I want is more power right now. That rock is kind of obnoxious and in the way. All right, well, in that case, let's just see if I can build a top of it. That way we don't have to look at it. I guess I do need to get on top of my platforms at some point to make my life easier. All right, there we go. We've got some platforms. I'm gonna slap down the miner. Oh, the platforms are too tall to get the miner in there. I was, oops, hoping that wouldn't be the case. Let's see, I'm gonna need take these down to 2-meter foundations. Alright, that doesn't look so bad. And then I can put the miner on top like that. It's going to be way up in the air like that, really? That's so awkward. Oh, there we go. That's so janky looking, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. And then over here, we're going to do some 2-meter ramps. And then we'll figure this out. So coal power is, gosh darn, that's big. Let me put one of these here. I just want to look. How much is this going to hang off? The smallest amount, and quite a bit. I need one more wide here. I think what I'm going to do is go this way with it. With the intent of changing this to point the other way if I can. That's so obnoxious how tall it gets. What if we have it sit this way? And then we slap down some more 2-meter foundations there. Perfect. And now I can grab power, coal power, and we're just going to start stacking them up right here at the very first edge, because why not? I just want to make sure I'm not hanging too far in front there. And, oh man, these are not going to fit on a single platform. Can I center it like so?
Interesting, most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity. Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder, coal-powered generators require coal.
Wow. I mean, it'd be interesting if that was actually based on a real stat where, you know, like, hey, you're being slower than the average player. That'd be kind of a cool thing to know. But I feel like Ada's just being kind of snarky. So, I have to bring in... I'm trying to think of how to do this. I have to bring the water in. So maybe what I'll do for these to make my life easier is I'm going to put one of these in and have it feed in like so. And then up here, I can do the splitter. Oh, it connects right on there. I like how that works. And then from here, I can run this right on up there. And that's going to give me my coal. How much of this stuff do I need even? It does, of course, it doesn't tell me. I'm going to need 45 meters cubed of the water. So let's go ahead and get one of those slapped down real quick. This is going to give me 120, so 45 would be 90, 135. So this will insufficiently power 3. So I would need... Gosh, I can't even do that math right now. Not deep enough water. I've got to go all the way over here to find deep enough water. All right. That's mildly problematic. I guess we'll be bringing the water in from the other direction. Let's hold off on building that for just a second then. And I think what I want to do is figure out the water ever so slightly. We're going to be bringing pipes in. I'm going to do it like this so that I don't clip the other side. And man, let's put this on 6, 7. Okay.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note, water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
Oh, we fell down. All right. We're getting closer here, folks. I'm just trying to think about how this is all going to work and do it in a way I can't even jump over this stuff to get to the other side. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Okay. I'm going to need a level 1 lift. And then we're gonna need a splitter. All right, I'm happy with that. Now all I need is to figure out how to set up this pump and start bringing some water in. And I'm gonna have to do the math here at some point on how much water we need for how many of these doohickeys. I'm just gonna expand this all out here while we're here, because I know we're gonna need more over time. All right, with that done, I'm gonna toss a water extractor out here. Man, I can't seem to snap it to the world like some of the other stuff we've done. That's all right.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
Super useful as always. So this will rotate up and down. I was hoping I could rotate it left and right. Did I bring enough pipe? Oh, I can't get that far. All right, that's fine. All right, we brought enough pipe to get the water here. The water is only going to give me, I think I said 120. So if I did 2 of them, that would be 240. How much water did I need for each of these again? 45. All right, it looks like I can use N as the in-game quick search and calculator. So we said 45. Man, it doesn't divide out evenly, does it? If I'm bringing in 120 water, I'm not going to be able to quite support 3. If I had 2 of them out there, I'd have 240, which won't support 6. So do I have to go all the way up to 8 for 360. So 3 of them will support 8 is the way that works out. Interesting. But then we're at 360 water, but my pipes only support 300 meters of fluid. So I'd have to like have these water pumps in the middle of them and have the excess continue to flow down, kind of a thing. That's super obnoxious. I don't know if I brought enough to even run 3 right now. I do have enough stuff, so maybe we'll try to put these in here. I'm gonna push H for a minute. I'm just remembering, yeah, I think we're centering one on this and then centering one on the whole thing. So we'll do that. And we're missing cable, which is probably a good idea to stop and not use up all of our materials just yet, because we do need cable to wire this all up. I'm going to get this placed in the right spot. There we go. Oh, before I block myself off, I'm going to go ahead and get our Mark I conveyor belt set up appropriately with a splitter. And a Mark I belt. Perfect. All right, so I've got 3 of these set up. I still don't have any coal in here yet because we don't have any power yet. So what I need is to get power running at this facility. I think the best thing to do would be to start by just hooking everything up. All right, all the machines are wired up now. I just need to find a way to get power from here back up to my base way over there. And all I've got is a little Mark I power poles and, oh, only 4 cables. Well, let's see how far this is going to get me. I'm going to try and put one all the way on the far corner here. And then we may have to get creative on how far these can go. This can't go that far. I might have to build a temporary bio generator just to start this whole thing up. That might be the quickest way to handle it. I'm just trying to get up here. I can't even get up. Oh my goodness. Ramp. And I forgot that I also need power for the water. So I'm going to put another power pole here. I use my last cable to connect that to that. We're going to go back to the base. We're going to get some cables. And I'm going to get the stuff for a biomass burner. I do have that, actually. Ooh, we could get this started right now if I did just a little bit of reorganizing here. So if I take this and run it there, and then we build a biomass burner there, and then we, oh, I'm missing a cable. I need one more cable. All right, we're gonna steal this cable just to get it going. And then what do I got to burn? Oh, I got all kinds of biomass I can burn. Before I do that, though, can I build a crafting bench? I can. There's no reason not to turn this into something a little bit more efficient to get us kicked off. Oh, I've got solid biofuel anyway. What am I thinking? Boom. There we go. All right, water's flowing, I think. Not yet. Oh, there it comes. All right, water's flowing. Now, what about our coal? Coal's flowing. All right, all right. says no power. Did I not wire it up? No, it's wired up. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. The water is a problem. It's probably because it's front filling these two. Even though this one's, yeah, not got a connection right now. So then if I tear this down, it should have self-sufficient power now. And we can take and hook this back up. Woohoo! Now we're rocking. This is using 15 per minute. I'm getting 60 per minute out of that belt. I think we're good to go. I think as long as the water stabilizes over here. We'll eventually get there. How many coal per minute is this getting? This is bringing out 60 per minute. Perfect. That's the belt we got on here. Man, I think we're good to go. What do you know? We're going to take a little extra coal back with us because we needed 120 for one of the researchers, but we, folks, have coal power now. I'm super excited. We just need to run this and hook it up to the base somehow, so we're going to be probably just bringing a line back out and around with us. I need to go pick up a bunch more cables, but this has been very exciting. All right, so we are back up here at the base. I figure we might as well send some of this stuff along to the next research. Let me see here. We are actually going to need some more rotors of all things. Oh, and a couple modular frames. I've got plenty of concrete. We'll grab that in just a second. Let me check in on this. We were able to get something new. What was it? We got this mushroom thing that I thought was going to be some research. There we go.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Okay, well, that's pretty straightforward. Grabbing some more of this miscellaneous stuff and some more rotors. I think our rotors had capped out earlier, so that's why we've only got 96 of them. They were sitting at, I think they stack at 50. So we've got a little ways to go here still, but we've got plenty of everything else. And I've gotten a handful more of this protein. We're going to go ahead and craft through some of this and just make sure that we've got all the research done in the MAM for the various proteins, and then that'll allow us to start making the things with the alien DNA. So I've got, that requires alien DNA. This is a protein, but I haven't found any of those nuts yet. And that is all stuff. Okay, I'm going to need some screws at some point to get the rebar gun unlocked. Very nice. I can't believe I haven't found a Mercer sphere yet. We need some more Caterium. We need more of that mycelium. I don't know what I did to actually get that, but that's all right. And then here's where we've got that bacon to research.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Perfect. Well, I guess we can find that. But what we need is some of these alien DNA capsules. So I'm going to go ahead and make up 10 of those, and then we're going to see what we can do with that research. And then I've got a bunch of cable. We're going to want to make sure we've got all the stuff for poles and such. And as long as I'm thinking about it, let's drop off all the leaves we've been picking up while we're running back and forth here. There we go. This was under this research. We can do structural analysis. I'm just making sure there's nothing more interesting. I have none of those resources yet, and I don't have steel yet, so here we go.
Research to develop the rebar gun is now available. When completed, you will be in possession of a tool effective against any local obstacles actively objecting to the Fix-It mission.
Makes sense. I was kind of hoping that it did a little bit more than just unlocked the next research. We are going to grab... Where's the rotors? I'm just curious what this may needs. Oh, that needs a lot of screws to make. We're gonna clean up our inventory a little bit here, make this biomass wood, and then I'll make the rounds. We'll get the last 2 of those modular frames. We'll pick up some more rotors and get that research going before we start running our electricity out to the coal mines. All right, we're coming up a little bit short here on being able to run all of the rotors back into the thing. So we're going to go ahead and get started on running our power lines and getting out of the base. I'm going to be a little bit pickier about it just to make sure that we're not blocking driveways and stuff like that. But after we get going here, I don't want to waste too many materials. We need to make sure that we can, get the power lines all the way out there, and we are low on rods at the moment, so we're gonna be stretching the lines to go as far as we can here. Man, I wish that I had set up a waypoint to track exactly where our power is. It's down there somewhere. So we're gonna, take it over the cliff. And we're going to do a little bit of cliff jumping to get out there. I'm mostly interested in just getting this connected in the shortest way possible. There is like a second tier of power lines and stuff that we're going to be able to get eventually. I also know there's a little thing where I can ride the power lines at some point. Oof, that was a bigger jump than I anticipated. But once we can ride the lines, that'll be an easy way to get up and down from these cliff faces. For now, though, I think I'm just focused on getting the power down there. Man, that's going to be a long jump across the water. I think I'm going to have to take it over here. This is the most indirect power line running that we could have probably done. I'm sure I could actually connect this one to this one and get rid of all of that. I think if I run it to there, I'll be able to jump across that gap and get down to the coal factory pretty easily. So let's give that a try. We're gonna see if we can do this. Oh, I can I get it? No, it's too far. Oh, I can get it right there. Well, we're gonna do that, and then maybe I'll just swim across. I think I can swim across that. I don't know. I'm hesitant to jump in the water and risk a possible death. I've got a bunch of junk in my inventory. I'd rather not have to get down there and figure that out. So we're gonna cut around here, and we'll catch up the slow way. Now that we've got almost all of this tier unlocked, I think this is what, tier 3 that we've been unlocking stuff in. We can build vehicles and all that good stuff now. Transportation, yeah, we've got the truck station unlocked now. So that'll be a fun bit to we'll play around with here in a little bit. But I really wanted to get our power situation starting to move forward first, because without that, I can't build any new factories with the power grid we have now, and I'm just sick of having to keep the power generators stocked up. So we're done with having to pick leaves up everywhere we go. Ooh, would you look at that? More Caterium. So let's see here if I can get this all the way up to here. There's some, oh, I see it. Ah. Oh, there's copper right here too.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Awesome. So my capacity now is way up here, bouncing around. It looks like 405. That's pretty good. But I think that part of that is caused by my lack of a water supply in some of these. Let me see if I can look at that farthest one now that we've been away from it for a while. Yeah, this one's at 0.8. This one's at 0.7. It's definitely a struggle. So we're going to have to get some more water pumps on the line here to keep everything moving. But in the meantime, we do have some bits of coal power up and running at least. And yeah, I'm quite excited about that. We should have the rotors necessary to finish off this set of milestones as well. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get back over to the base here. I'm not going to be able to take the quote-unquote shortcuts that we took when we were running the power lines. But I'll get back up to the base and we'll send this basic steel production off in the hub. And that'll probably wrap things up today. All right, we've gone off the beaten path a little bit here, tracking mushrooms. And I found this cave, which seems to contain more of these blue mushrooms. We can cut these down and get some more of this mycelia, which is going to be useful for something. And looks like we've got another power slug. This is, I think, one of the first purple power slugs that I have found. So that might be some new research. There's an achievement, caught them all. So yeah, I've got all the power slugs now. I'm gonna move through this cave and try to clean up some of these mushrooms because I think that's gonna be very useful for us for some of the stuff on the MAM research tree here. So I'll check back in the base in just a second. So we're back up at the base. We've collected our rotors. Go ahead and get this steel production launched.
Milestone reached. Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix-It and humanity is relying on you.
Awesome. I'm just making up a few of these copper sheets while we're listening to the various ADA things. Always pays to keep busy, and I haven't had a chance to set up the production for that just yet. I need a few more rotors and some screws to do the rebar guns still. I'm looking here, there it is, power slugs. Oh, I need 100 of these copper sheets in order to do the purple power slug research. So we might actually just knock that out here real quick like. Did I have anything else that we'd gotten on the path there? A little bit more Caterium. Maybe with what we had before, I've got enough to do the next step of Caterium research. Let me check here. I do, so let's knock that out. Perfect.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New caterium research available.
And then we need to get to stators to be able to do that. I don't have the blowy uppy things. Oh, fabric. There we go. Let's get fabric going.
Research completed. Fabric recipe unlocked. New mycelia research available.
All right. Well, now I need to create some fabric. Fabric is made from the mycelia and the biomass, of course. Well, there we go. Glad we got a whole bunch of biomass. I can always go out and cut down more mushrooms, so I'm going to make up a decent amount of this fabric real quick. I don't need a ton of it, I suppose, just enough to do the research, which I'm trying to remember if that was like 20 or 40. We'll make up 50, and then I'll hack out these proteins. Perfect. And then let's take a look here. I need only 10 to make the parachute. Parachute sounds cool.
Parachute unlocked. Fix-It appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging Fix-It property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
All right, so where does the parachute go? On my back? I like it. I have no idea how to activate the parachute, but... Oh, there we go. Looks like I can just jump while I'm already in the air, too. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, I'm sure that would have made descending some of those cliffs easy earlier. We'll definitely put that to better use. And we're going to need a lot of these caterium ingots for something a little bit further on here. We're just going to store them in ingot form, I think. Put these power slugs away, and then we have this last form of alien stuff up here that we got that we're going to research up real quick as well. And boom.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Well, alrighty then. Now I've just got to get a bunch more miscellaneous stuff to do the MAM anymore. We are looking like we're in a pretty good spot. So I think this is going to be the best spot to wrap up today's episode. We have knocked out all of Tier 3 today. Next time, we're going to be jumping into Tier 4. And, man, I still haven't gotten around to doing a lot of things. However, I think we're going to be unlocking the Fix-It blueprints as our next step because, well, I haven't bothered to get a proper factory going yet. We might as well use this as an opportunity to build it using blueprints, and we're going to do everything modular and really try and start automating stuff any second now. I'm tired of all this running around and keeping things running by hand that we've been focused on up until today. And I mean, we've got the start of a factory going, but we could do a lot better. So stay tuned, and we will be getting the factory proper up and running in the next episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. That's all for today. Kedrick out.